Hi students, I thought I'd bring you a little update on my modelling. So I've been tricking away at this for a while now. So what's first? The first thing is I put in the second floor structure here, okay? And you can see that I already had those vertical columns in there. So it was a question of just joining on the beams. What I decided to do, because I've got a ferrule span going across here, and so they are bearing on a beam that I put in across here. I decided to put in a couple of extra columns. So I put one in here and I put one in there, okay, to support this beam coming across here that takes the loading of those ones there. So that's basically what's happening there. Now that kind of sets me up nicely for the glazing that is in here. Right, and I'll either do curtain wall glazing there, or I'll do a CLT panel with cutouts in it in order to put the glazing in there that we're going to use for the smoke extraction as well, if that is necessary. I put in the lift shaft, okay, so I just made that out of precast concrete, up like so. I put in the floor here in the reception area. That is the mezzanine floor. So I put it in. I haven't fully decided how I'm going to support that as yet. Okay, but I wanted to put it in according to the plan as well. See that how that was looking. We did the floors already, CLT floors. So these are my CLT walls. Okay, if I go into a ground floor plan, you can see those. And so I'm going to pick those. I've got them from ground to first. Okay, I'll just show you the makeup of this here. So I made 3 layers out of it. All right. So CLT wall, external, mid, and that should be internal there, 50 millimeters each. And then to get those little colors, I have it like so. So there's the outer one with kind of a cut pattern background color. Here's the mid one, slightly darker, and there is the internal one, which is that. That's how I got that nice mixture of the 3 of those. Okay. So it's a 150. I'm using 150 CLT wall. Now, obviously, I'm going to have to do something in terms of creating an opening for our windows there, doors here, and various things like that. If I go back into the 3D, I'll show you that. Okay, so creating the wall first, and again, you can see I do have an opening there. So if I go into my west elevation, how you create the openings is literally just edit the profile and then throw in a window or something like so. Finish that. So it's going to be a bit of a manual exercise that to do the window opes that correspond with the windows that are on plan as such. But so what I'm saying to you is that when we import in the structural model into the architectural, we want to have these opes all already set up so that we can put the windows in the architectural model. And that's what you'd have to do if you were designing this to be created in the factory. You'd have to dimension up those opes to make sure that they're all correct there as well. So back to the 3D here. Now, so you can see I've got my floor in there. I've not put my floor in as yet into here. I want to show you a section through, see what's happening. Okay, so here's my external wall, CLT wall. It's butting up against the columns here. There's my floor, which is below the level of, well, it's at that kind of ground level or something like that, in around that. It's below. So what I'm saying is that these are exposed. Now, again, I might need to change those. I'm not 100% sure. Notice that the ground beams, I've dropped them down below so that the foundation continues through. Now, the detail in around the column might be slightly different because that's going to need support the whole way up. And that might be something that you'll have to detail individually. Okay, so what I'm saying is I'm not taking the section through that column, I'm taking it through the floor, and it comes all the way through here. There's my little slopey wall there, roof. Okay, so you can see it's many elements have we got there. We've got the um, strip foundations. We've got the foundations with wall piers. We've got the rising wall ground beam, if you know what I mean. Got CLT walls. We've got our structure of 300 by 300 CLT, or laminated beams and columns, which are distributed accordingly. And the first floor, um, the concrete around the lift, and the concrete around that escape stairs there as well. If I just come around the other corner here, okay, you'll see I've got, that's the ambulance opening into the room there, and I'll put a floor into that. So that's how it's developing here at the moment. And you can see I'm making those decisions now. It could very well, if you share that with the structural engineer, that he'll change things around. That's fair enough. But what we're doing is creating the structure to the best of our knowledge, okay, using those primary and secondary elements. So to finish this off, what I'll be doing is I'll be putting in the first floor wall around here. I'll be putting on the roof slab here and the roof slab there. And there's not much more to it than that, to be honest with you. That's going to be the structure as such. The rest of the elements, the curtain walling, these external walls, the windows, I'll have to cut the opes, as I said, in the CLT. I can do all of that pretty easily. And anything else around the back there will go as part of the architectural model. Okay, so that's how we're looking at the moment.